Dylan Jamie Dunno podcast. Try one. Hello, this is Louis.
Night running through me.
This is Louis Carrigan behind the camera. I'm
Bam,
here
bam.
with the fantastic Jamie and Dylan in the Dunno shop. You can say hello, guys.
Hey, what's up? How are you? You good?
Hello, Louis. How you doing?
I'm good, and welcome to the Dunno podcast.
Don't know what the name is. Don't know talk. Something like that. Like,
Yeah, we're happy with that. Thank you.
name to be confirmed later. You know. Yeah. How you doing, Louis?
Oh shit! You're talking. I'm doing all right actually. Yeah, it's a bit hot in here. I'm sorry. I should have told you guys about how hot it would have been with the lights in here.
It's fucking roasting, man.
Well, like this is undoubtedly like the most professional shit that we've done. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like being under big lights, like at a table. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty
Few
exciting.
cans,
You know.
pretty chill at the same time.
Of
We're all
course,
good.
like
Yeah.
this is what it is. You know.
That palace glass better not be used.
Yeah, well, it's probably gonna get used at some point, you know.
Yeah.
It's like we get gifted shit all the time since we've kind of started this with people from the area, and like people drop stuff over, and you kind of want to keep it for sentimental value, and then it's 3 a.m, you're in the shop, and that shit gets cracked open, you know.
Yeah,
It's
of
like,
course, mate. Of course.
Yeah.
You like manifesting this shit, or has it happened already?
Well, like in terms of like the bottles of whiskey, like bottle of that Magnum bottle of
The ones I
champagne.
haven't seen, like the
Yeah,
ones
yeah,
that
yeah,
have
yeah,
come
yeah,
in
the
the
one-
next morning and
Yeah,
like put into the bin and shit. All right,
exactly,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
So yeah, I think like if we're gonna do this, we may as well just talk about the last 2.5 weeks. That's probably the thing that makes the most sense, because what else is on the agenda? We did no talking points before. There was very little prep, so we kind of got the big lights on, and now, so yeah.
How did it start, Jamie?
18 days open.
Okay.
Pretty amazing 18 days.
Obviously, for us, it's closed. Fincher's closed, to be particular. And then the location that we have
Barrack
is
Street.
obviously what draws
Legendary.
people in, like Louis.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, like
first
Alfie.
customer, like Alfie as well. But
Yeah.
you know.
First person to buy a Burberry skirt was fucking fire.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yo,
fire.
velvet.
Like, yeah, like put on my Instagram because it was just, I was so gassed. Like I was, like came in wearing Reebok tabbies. That was the connection made, you know.
Insert picture of me wearing fucking dress here.
Yes.
Yes.
But it's that kind of shit that we didn't even like, you know, obviously, I think when we were putting out our expectations going into like the first few weeks and all that kind of stuff, we didn't really like set out to be like, this is how much money we're going to make. This is how many people are going to keep coming back. But it's that kind of stuff that is keeping us going to this point. Obviously, we're only 3 weeks in. We have to keep going.
Not
Eyes
even.
on the road. That's my word. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Just have to keep it going.
Yeah, no, it's like because like, we've had a good start, and like the plan has always been survival, and like I swear to God, we're gonna do everything we fucking can to make sure we're not leaving. You know, it's like we're having the times of our lives. Like the idea of being able to set ourselves up in Soho and meet the people that we've met, and to have people coming into the store who are enthusiastic about the same things, and to be able to actually build quick bonds with people because of where we are is like, yeah, so you're gonna have to fucking take this shit from me kicking and screaming, because there's no fucking way I'm going without it, you know.
I'm glad we've established that this is a swearing podcast.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
we're not-
fucking
yeah.
sure, man.
Yeah, we're not edited in.
I cannot censor myself. I'll end
Oh,
up
me neither,
We're
mate.
from
Fuck
Ireland,
that.
man, at the end of the day. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Too hard,
they
mate.
just roll off the tongue, you know.
I'll leave out a few
Also,
words.
like,
but-
were we gonna try get ads on fucking YouTube? Probably not, you know. Like,
Nah, mate,
like
yeah, of
it
course.
is what it is, in that sense, you know.
But no, I literally don't think I can do another few minutes without swearing. So
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah, it's just like sweating. Man.
you can keep that in if you want. But
Yeah, it's just like sweating profusely. Like I need to swear, man. I need to say the word fuck. You know, like.
that's what the fuck me, mate.
So yeah, no, we were just fucking rambling about how much you care about the store, really. Like, I suppose that's it, and the location, and the people that we've met, and the fun thing is, like, this truly is the beginning. You know, it's like we're in I like to say chapter 1 was the build towards getting this place open, and now we're in chapter 2, and like with the stuff that we're doing with people like yourselves, and the stuff that we're doing with, like, I won't start naming names, but like it is pretty
Big names.
big names, you know, and like it's like that.
Drake.
Yeah.
Boris Johnson.
Oh,
Yes,
Dennis Graham, Drake's dad, you know? Yeah.
Arguably the cooler Graham.
Yeah. Well, Dennis Graham is like, he is, if you have to point to one person who inspired the story, it was probably Dennis Graham, you know? Like, that man.
That's such a weird.
And for what reasons, Jamie? Explain. Explain that, please.
His
Expand.
mustache, like.
Good tunes as well.
Yeah.
Continue, por favor. Continue, por favor. Treating this whole segment like it's gonna get cut out, but it definitely fucking won't now on you. So let's see how it goes.
Why would you cut out commentary on Dennis Graham?
All right,
like,
all right.
like, that man wears
Yeah,
like knitted
continue
hats.
it.
Like that's lovely, you know? Like,
Anyway, so you mentioned chapter 1 and 2. What's number 3?
Number 3, I suppose, is so like right now, like won't date the things, you don't know when it's coming out, but like we're a few weeks after opening, and like now it's about getting events going. It's about creating like creating the sickest merch we possibly can make, and continue to curate like the best vintage stuff we can find. Continue to find some cool shoes, like not just sneakers as well. Like we kind of making sure that this is representative of the clothes that we wear, which is not just sneakers. It is, as much as we love them, as our entry point into fashion was from hip hop, then to sneakers and whatever. Then making sure that it is representative of what we believe streetwear is today, which is loafers, it's tabbies, it's like a bunch of hard bottom shoes mixed with tabby and shop. Yeah. And then like just making this brand evolve, you know. It's like right now we're like obviously a huge part of it's upcycling and reworks, and like they're
Get one of them down?
yeah, may as well grab any one of them, you know, like all of them.
but like
proud of
jump
all
in
of
on
them.
that as well.
Roven Mike time.
With the reworks and the
I'll grab
upcycling.
shit, spilling a beer.
getting
I'll
some
grab
shit.
one of these ones too.
Which one do you
Carhartt
want?
rework.
Oh, look at this old fucking stussy one.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Let's
get that.
the dunks.
Let's get the
Stussy
reworks.
dunks that went mad popular last year, even though they're like 10 years old.
That's not a rework. That's
Carhartt
just
rework.
I know, yeah, it's just
Different
cool.
new paneling, new
nice
cuffs,
vintage
new
script.
hood, new
You know what's up.
insides. £150 for a handcrafted item. You know what I'm saying?
The mixtures, I think, stuff like this I think that's a really good example because it's that mixture of
yeah.
the
It
like
is.
the knit and
Yeah,
the
Coogie,
non-knit
like,
is
it's
sick.
like Coogie
Got the
obviously
Ralph,
kind
got the
of
Coogie.
no longer in existence, and so being able to use those materials is sick. But like,
Definitely.
like the reworks will get better over time. You know, like they're great today and they're great quality and they're handmade. But like over time, they will become better and better because if we don't get better and better, we will die, and that's not happening. You know, like,
And I think that was
Jesus
something that
Christ.
was always going to be like obviously opening up the shop from the start, a little bit anxious about like how things would go down, rushed a few things, but we were always confident what we were doing, and like reworks and upcycling was very like fundamental into what we're doing. It's going to be that way going forward, but we're going to pay a lot more attention to it, a lot more stuff in-house, live through the Instagram as well. But we're going to have people like, you know, upcycling and reworking things
in the store.
in the store, as people can see, to get an idea of what we literally do live, and you know that will add another dimension to what we do.
Yeah, plus we'll get some DJs in here playing stuff. We'll get some people playing music in here. I was chatting to some lad outside he was like an artist who looked a bit like Bob Ross, and he's going to come paint some landscapes one day in the middle of the store. Like, put him in a Bob Ross wig.
I don't know about that guy, but yeah.
That guy was strange. Like, shout out. I really hope he doesn't see this because he is old, but nonetheless, he lingered, you know?
Mate, this is
It's Berwick Street
already
though,
just
man.
firing shots. Just you just open and you're like, yeah, this fucking guy outside.
Yeah, a little bit, man. It's at the end of the day, we're in Soho, so you attract.
You were
I'll
the person
believe
that
his
told
name.
him to do the art in the end, though.
Of course, like,
We can bleep his name as well.
yeah.
What is?
Or you can shout out fucking, you know? Like, yeah.
Well, we've got a few things on the horizon. We're making new tees, merch, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, we want to give people an experience that isn't just buying clothes. That's what's keeping our lights on, but it's a multifunctional space, and that's what we originally talked about.
Yeah, get going.
Especially from my point of view, like I really wanted to create a place where people can just enjoy themselves. I don't know if you can see the people outside, but we have a few people on the bench just chilling, having a few beers. And that's the environment we want to create. It's a no pressure environment. People come in here like Louis, like Alfie, look at the clothes. They don't need to buy anything. We refresh things on a daily basis. And that's the way we mean to go on.
Yeah,
going
for
forward,
sure,
you know?
for sure. And like, there's a little hoop, which you get kind of when kids come in, they get to shoot some shots. You kind of give out discounts to people based on just like on a whim, you know, like no policy about it, but you just get it going. But no one ever gets it in because it's really hard. And then,
Fucking carnies and that.
yeah, it's an absolute scam. We have like a basketball hoop that you can't get in, and we give people discounts for a thing that they can't achieve.
If you lose, you need to buy an item.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so everyone knows.
Yeah, we're just like beating the shit out of you.
Yeah.
It's like we're in here every single day, 7 days a week.
And what do you do at night time, Jamie?
What do I do at night
Yeah.
time? No, like I don't know.
Just
Like,
got to bed at 10
yeah,
o'clock.
go to bed at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we
100%.
all do in Soho.
Yeah, of course. Like everyone in Soho has always done, you know?
Of course,
Yeah.
Is that a Soho coffee got going on there? Like,
So, yeah, not COVID.
Okay.
Definitely the repercussions of frivolry and some, like, you know.
That's a fantastic phrase that you just hit us with there.
If you didn't know, I'm a writer.
Yeah, are you? Oh,
No, I'm
fantastic.
kidding.
What's
But,
no, I didn't leave that for one
I'm
second.
dying of embarrassment. Like, my skin is closing in on myself. Just like, if I was a turtle, you wouldn't be seeing me. I'm in my shell.
That sounds like pretty writer-esque, even though you're joking. That sounds quite another deep kind of image.
Existential crisis.
straight up. I came over here just a few months ago after breaking my fucking leg. and it was straight into the fucking grind. And it started with a trip to Manchester after a day, and that was like what really started the entire thing. You know, Jamie was into the buying and all that kind of stuff, and that's his bread and butter, and that's the shit he enjoys the most. And he'll take over from here right now with that.
I'm not talking about the store. I'll talk about clothes in general. You know, it's like we're starting from the ground up, starting with feet up. You know, then basically the things that I really like about being in Soho is you're watching a fucking mood board walk past the store on a daily basis. You're sitting outside having a cigarette or just chilling, and you're just like, you're seeing style presented in a new way almost every 30 seconds. And that is like, if you're talking about like being able to garner inspiration from anywhere, like being in the fucking epicenter of culture in Europe and maybe even the world in Soho is like being able, you're just seeing things that like you'd never have seen put together, you know, whether it be a trans person who's got a crazy outfit that's unbelievably well put together in a way that I would never be able to wear because I'd never feel comfortable, but that sort of bravery in the way that they've done it is like as inspiring as fuck. So now I'm kind of wearing like pretty loud jeans, but well, not the loud, but they're in like dull color, but they're in terms of the shape and what's been done to them, and like being able, and that's very, very easy to do in Soho because you're in an environment that really embraces it, you know.
Yeah, and it's nuts when you compare that to where me and Jamie are from. We're from Ireland, like, you know, Dublin, Wicklow. No one wears that kind of shit over there. And like you said, sitting out there and looking the way people dress, it's a learning experience, but it's also something that we can translate directly into what we do as a business. And obviously that works well. It's a cycle and all that kind of stuff, and it inspires us to do what we're doing right now, you know. But you could not get away with that shit in fucking, I don't know,
No way.
Street back home in Dublin for sure. Like,
no way, man. Dublin's an amazing place. I am so happy to be from where I'm from, you know. But at the end of the day, when it comes to clothes and it comes to the concept of style, it's not to suggest people don't have style there. Of course they do. But our reference points are from Top Man and Urban Outfitters, which are bastardized versions of the originals. And like that was what we grew up on. That's what we all bought. It's like Bershka's, the Pull and Bears, the Top Mans, the Urban Outfitters, all these places. And like not to shit on them, but they're the fucking devil, you know?
Yeah, the individuality has just been ripped out of that place, like 100%. And like we said, keep on relating it to here, but not even just here in Soho, London in general is like a completely different ball game when it comes to that kind of stuff.
100%.
Not just with fashion as well, like music, culture, and everything like that.
But it's all intertwined.
In general,
It's like I think taste and style and all these things. It's if you really are into clothes, then you're gonna be really into music. You're gonna be really into film. You're gonna be into everything, because having that creative, having a perspective on this thing enables you to have a perspective across the board. It's why Kanye is Kanye, you know. It's why Kanye can go and make like classic albums, also make sneakers, also do architecture, do all those things, is because once you have an element of design in you, then that thing's multilateral. Should I do it? Should I unveil my tattoo?
We do that now, yeah?
Yeah, it's gonna be covered in blood and shit.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
And now for the main event of
It's no
the
boxing
evening.
pretends for voice, man. We're not Bruce Buffer, like.
And now.
All right. Ow. Yeah. Oh, I'm such a masochist. This is so sexy.
That shit doesn't count. Like, hold on. You got the box coat in.
Hold mic. I'm
got
fucking.
this.
Ah!
That'll be good.
It's ah.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Uh.
Oh wow, man. A lot different than I thought it'd be.
I haven't seen it yet. Matching with Bev
Let's
Elliott, punk
see.
rock queen of Soho, legendary shit.
Has to
Only.
plug that in straight up though. Yeah, fair.
I'm gonna have a look in the mirror.
That is minging, man. Get that away from me.
Let's get a shot of that.
Oh, sick.
Beautiful.
So sick. I'm so gassed. Once I get this on camera.
Back with Mr. Soho House over here. 3-0.
Don't call me that. I'd rather die than that name.
3-0, man.
What does that even mean? Like 3 times?
And the last fucking 3 days, no? 4 days?
What?
3-1.
No, it's like, look. We went to the place a couple times. It
You
was
went
fine.
to the place a couple of times.
Yeah. It's like, look, it's like, this is all new, you know? It's like, we don't have that shit in Ireland, you know? And someone invites you to go somewhere kind of where you want to be all like, then you're going to go to it, you know? You're going to say thank you.
I'll have that little chili cocktail on the roof there by the pool. That go, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
rooftop
gotcha.
pools, like that shit's jokes to me. Like
Yeah,
that is
yeah, yeah.
ostentatious beyond ostentatious. It's like, who do we think we are? You know, it's like we've had a shop 17 days and now we're chilling out by a pool
So, yeah.
on a roof.
Card
Like,
of cash, please.
who the
Yeah,
fuck do
card.
we think we
Yeah,
are? In
yeah.
all seriousness, like.
Can I tap? Yeah, £200. Yeah, go on.
Oh, yeah. I bought like 3 drinks and 4 shots of tequila yesterday, and it cost me like £95. I'd rather like that's a pair of Clark's Wallabies. Like actually is like.
That's the
Wait.
the measurement of like we watched this show called Love on the Spectrum last night, and some guy was on a date with this girl. And this guy was like, I was born in
I've seen that
1997.
before, yeah.
And he was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's the year Men in Black was born. And in the same way that like Men in Black was born, Men in Black was made. In the same way that he measures like birth dates by films, you measure how much money things are by like Clark's Wallabies.
Yeah.
So if someone's like, oh, that would be like 200 quid, you're like, fuck me, that's 2 Clark's Wallabies. Like I can't afford that.
That's 4 individual ones, you know.
That is 4 individual shoes. That is so fucking weird.
Are we inside?
No, we're always outside.
All right. I was gonna say we were wearing sunglasses, but
No, I wasn't wearing sunglasses.
all right, fair enough.
Yeah, no, it's like
That's unusual.
you have to be among special company to want to do that stuff. Actually, to be fair,
To wear sunglasses indoors.
No, sorry, I was. Yeah.
To wear sunglasses indoors.
There we go. Like that's why I asked the question. I know
Yeah.
the answer.
To wear
do you know what I
sunglasses
mean?
indoors, you've got to be amongst a special crowd.
Yeah.
I'll pass the mic to Alfie, who frequently does wear sunglasses indoors. What's your thoughts on sunglasses indoors?
Sunglasses in the course
Wait,
commentary.
hold on.
What-
What type of sunglasses?
So
are
what
because-
happens is, so I can't see without these glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll go out wearing sunglasses that are prescription, and then it gets dark,
Well, that's a different story.
or we go indoors.
I might lie.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You should definitely do that.
I can't see. So, and I've got like outrageous
Velma from
sunglasses.
from
I've got like
Scooby-Doo.
aviators with orange lenses that fade to the like weird shit.
That sounds sick, bro.
The
If someone ever
Fear
robs
and
you, that
Loathing,
was
the
me.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas sunglasses.
Oh man, I'm obsessed, man. Also, like the reason, the reason why this is even matching with Bev Elliott is because she is like such a big Hunter S. Thompson fan, as am I, and like Hunter S. Thompson to me is like the greatest political commentator of all time, maybe the best cultural commentator of all time, and like that fucker is like as chaotic.
Let's see that shit again. That's actually fresh.
Thank you. You did
Yeah.
ruin my flow there.
No. That was pretty good. I don't give a fuck. Continue. I don't want to see it. Yeah.
Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah. I was just saying, let's see that shit again.
Yeah, it's not remotely listening,
No,
you
because
know.
I didn't see it. I ripped it off, and then you went, "Oh, look at this." Like, and then I went,
What are you fucking doing?
Yeah,
like?
excuse me.
You are fucking amateur, like.
Yeah, so?
So like the idea of like what Hunter S. Thompson was to the United States, it would be like what is that person in the UK?
Yeah.
Well, we sold that to a cool kid, man. Like
Good,
such a
good.
cool kid.
That-
We sold
that-
£36 for a tea that came out in 2003 that had the Libertines and Pete Hardy on it. Unbelievable.
fucking good deal, if you ask me.
deserves a good
Yeah,
owner.
that was a bargain.
Fucking
Yeah,
great.
it was.
That.
Yeah.
Hunter Thompson's is it really kind of fuck his back.
He's a lunatic though. Like that man's routine was like wake up at midday, like 3 grams of coke, whiskey, like 2 fucking Valiums. Go to the same diner, had one meal, like he had one large meal every day. He'd come back, he'd just start, and then it'd be like he'd be like do 3 grams of coke, and then like go out for a meal, and it's like now actually start doing coke. It's
Like Wolf of Wall Street.
yeah, it's absolutely bananas. Like, also, like the fact that like it's really sad the way like obviously someone like Hunter S. Thompson was so like intertwined with drug taking in every way, and then that like kind of destroyed the latter half of his the final chapters of his thing, which is such a shame because like I think the idea of us like us sober Hunter S. Thompson maybe it goes against it, but it would have been an amazing perspective on if he had clarity and was able to write late into his 60s, would have been sick.
You always want to see, in my opinion, the mental days of someone, and then you want to see them maturing afterwards. Because the maturing part of an artist, when they've done fucking doing coke and losing their minds, that's really, really interesting. Because that's when their actual kind of
Chaotic energy.
when that disappears, and when they start to actually have to be like thoughtful and reflective. I enjoy that period.
100%, and it's maybe it's not it's like that like kind of level of it's not chaos, but like what we're seeing now in like rap with people like Nas release like unbelievable albums in their 40s,
Ridiculous.
even 50, ridiculously good
Shows
albums.
how good they were when they fucking
Yeah, and
started.
having that like kind of that mature take on the genre with like, and I think like the big one for me on that was like 444 with Jay-Z a few years ago. That was like an unbelievable album, man. We were in the States together, weren't we?
Yeah, California.
Yeah, Dylan and I traveled
Bit
to
of
California,
camping.
but yeah, we were camping everywhere, living on like $25 a day. Like, was absolutely hilarious. Like, we went to Vegas with like practically no money, and And yeah, I won like $100 a row on betting in somewhere or another that like kept us going.
Yeah. You won $100, yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. No, I
Don't
want to
think
get
so.
it.
Maybe. I won
That kept us
$100.
going, did it?
Yeah, no, we had roulette. I won it on roulette once, and then I won on
Yeah.
craps with which
I
is
know,
the dice
Vegas,
game.
man, was cool. Like, because like I was out there before, driving around. I had a Ford Explorer, the best car I ever had.
Yeah, sick.
I was in Canada for a little
I'll leave you
bit.
to remember. I'm going to take a piss.
Yeah, go on.
Sit down, you fucker. What's the crack? Cheers.
Man, you're better at that than you think, man. You're not too bad.
I think sometimes I can lose the accent if I think about it too much. I kind of lose it. I kind of drift in and out of it. But
How did you get that?
I don't know.
He's got Irish blood.
Yeah, you said that the other day, but like that's actually serious. You
It's
got
from
that.
but
Yeah.
my nan and my mum just spoke with it. I've just heard it for 20 years. So and I
No, but that accent, like, where does that like that is developed on like a character or some shit for sure. Like,
no,
I feel
because I used to do this when I did an Irish accent because you take the piss.
that's a piss take. Yeah.
Exactly, it's a mistake. And then my mum was like, "What? What did you just do?"
I was just laughing at your Irish accent, but I didn't realise I had the mic.
Yeah, it's the device. I've got you laughing, innit?
After that comment, you've got me going.
Yes, I've got you laughing.
I
But
heard it in the head.
and then I remember I was doing my French oral exam, which is an unfortunate name, and
It is
I
what it is, man.
and I was like, "Bonjour, ça va?" And then this girl who's teaching me French said, "What if you lower your voice? Because maybe you could sound better." And I went, and I was like, "Fuck me! What if I did it for an Irish accent?" So then I went, "All right, so." And then I drifted, and then when I lowered my voice, I could
You
actually
got the
sound like
lingo
I was
though,
Irish. So it was
alright,
alright.
so-
Yeah. Anyway, I'll let you sit on here. So
Were you out that night when there was, I don't think you were. We were chatting to an actor who's going to go play some role in Galway. He was like really excited for it. No, it wasn't you.
Recently?
Yeah, I think we're
Not
out.
that shit movie
We're in
that
Greek
had
Street.
Alec Baldwin or shit in it.
No, what's that?
Can't remember the name of it. Me and Gil watched it. It was the last movie I seen in the cinema before everything was shut. He was like a weird, like,
Oh yeah, you did tell me about this film.
he's like a priest, but like, I don't know. So
Yeah.
basically, I had the car, met Jamie, went for a little cruise for a few weeks, camps and all that kind of shit. A lot of fun. Went to the McGregor fight in Vegas, and that's
Yeah, it
when I think the story was taken on there about you winning money that I didn't hear about. But yeah.
Yeah, it was rowdy. No, it's Vegas is oh, about to burp. But Vegas is like literally like the adult playground for degenerates. Like it is
A place I don't need to go to anytime soon again.
You know.
I have an
We could-
idea, by the way, as well.
Do you?
Yeah.
Say it on mic.
Will I?
Say it on mic.
And now, world exclusive. Me and Gil were talking earlier about like a restaurant or whatever. Imagine you had a restaurant with no menu. You don't know. You don't know what you're going to get.
We're not opening a fucking
No,
restaurant.
I'm not
That is
saying we're opening
so
a restaurant. I have
daft,
an
like-
idea, though, just in general, that no one's done. You go to a restaurant, and no one has an idea what you're going to get. And there's a few like top quality fucking chefs there, and you turn up there, and they're just like, I want you to cook with this.
This is a
and
chef's
that.
table.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, basically, but like what you're talking about there is like a chef's table. It's like when you
I haven't
go.
seen that, though.
Well, like there's one like around the corner. It's like you go in and they tell you the menu on the day. They might not surprise you like
No,
you're
no,
talking
no.
about.
But you literally walk the fuck in, and you're like, I want this, this, and that, and I want you to cook with this, this, and that. And then they're like, all right, cool. I'll get on to my boy. Like, we get on to the tape for the shoes, and then I'll sort out the best quality of this, the best quality.
But like, how
of
do you
that,
source
and
stuff in in real
I don't
time?
fucking know. We'll figure it out though.
Man, you like stick to selling clothes. Like,
Yeah, so.
yeah. Honestly,
Figure
like,
it out, like.
no, it's like a truly terrible idea. Like,
What do you mean?
like just like going
Yeah,
to
for
a
right now,
going
maybe.
to a
Hold
restaurant,
on.
going to
Oh,
a
yeah,
restaurant
yeah.
that doesn't have
I'm not gonna
ingredients.
reveal your other ideas too, but we could get into that. We all have ideas. Here.
Of course we do.
I think,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think for
We
a
float
one-off
around.
video, that'd be fucking fantastic idea.
I think it would
Yeah,
too.
you go to a restaurant and they
No,
don't have
turn this
any
shit into a
ingredients there,
restaurant.
and when you get there, they have to source the ingredients. Is what his idea is.
Left hand. Yeah, no, I'm gonna turn this into a restaurant one night when you have your day off.
Okay.
Yeah, night and all that shit. And you're gonna come back. You're gonna look at Square and you're gonna be like, oh, that's a pretty good night. And you're gonna be like, how did that happen? And I'm gonna be like,
So
People came in,
people came
they
in.
wanted
They were like,
steak,
"We
fucking
want
mignon, all
courgettes
this.
and steak," and then you
Yeah.
have to go to Sainsbury's and get the stuff because they didn't know
and
what
then
they
get
wanted in
the
advance.
top quality chef
Like, that
in
is-
Soho
that-
to cook it on the house. We gave him a Carhartt jacket, and there we
I
go.
absolutely love Jamie figuring out the literal logistics of this.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's just an
like-
idea, and you're like, so you're telling me that you're gonna, and you're actually logistically.
No, I picture when he's talking to me, I'll give him the respect to think about it, and if I think about it, I'll
We have
have to
Carl
imagine.
Cox painting at the back. We got people eating fucking steak at the front.
Where'd you cook it?
That would actually break. That also, first off, that would break our lease agreement.
It is
Like,
what it is.
we're not allowed to have a microwave. Man, you can't start cooking clothes in cooking food in a clothes store.
Cooking clothes in a clothes shop.
Cooking food in a clothes store is ridiculous. The
Until we
place will
do it,
smell
like,
like
it's fine.
food.
One of the features of our reconstructed clothes is that they smell of
This is-
steak when you
Yeah,
behave
exactly.
You're
like-
way too good at that shit, man. What the fuck? Special
No.
guest appearance
So
from
like
some
now,
lad
so,
from
okay, so
Longford.
your idea was firstly to go to a restaurant that doesn't have any food in the back and
No,
they have to source the food.
no,
And now
nothing to
you're
do with
saying
this
that
place.
in our clothes
Yeah.
store you're talking about cooking food here, which
No,
would stink the place
It
out.
did
like.
go that direction, but originally I was thinking of a completely different entity, like nothing to do with this, but I may as well call it Dunno because you don't know what you're going to get, you know? So you go into it, it's a restaurant. Let's say like that place up the road. Table. You go up, and you're like, what's up? And like the table of people say, I want this, 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 and that. And they're like, cool, I got a team of chefs that are going to go out and get that. And I got a team of other people who are going to get some food, top quality, top shelf, 2.5.
But how do you source top quality shit without
No,
knowing
no.
what it is in advance?
We're in Soho, man, we get it done.
This is
How do you source top quality clothes?
by going
Hey.
to the places you
Yeah.
get them.
You're finishing your own sentence, man.
This is no, like
You're finishing your own sentence.
I'm very, very, very glad that you're doing this business with me and not Gil. You know? 'Cause like that,
Hey.
yeah, 'cause that, yeah.
Wait, go up to the left. Someone wants a fucking fruit salad. Where do you go?
It's to the
Where do
market
you go?
that's there Monday to Friday.
So he
6
has to
a.m.
answer
6
to the
p.m.
question.
Yeah, but you're talking dinner, so it wouldn't be there.
The best pint of Guinness. Where do you go?
So like what you're talking about is like
No, everything
sourcing
is sorted.
anything.
Everything is sorted. Yeah.
So it's like someone comes in, like I like 5 grams of DMT, like a Gap T-shirt from the '90s,
Black
like
Sabbath.
yeah,
You
some
bring 'em up.
some Ratatouille, and then Led Zeppelin.
And a baby belt.
Yeah.
And a baby belt, and then
Alchemist, what's going on?
Dunno restaurants is like, okay, cool, no problem. We're in Soho, we can get all that stuff easy peasy.
Sorry, by the way, look. This doesn't need to be too much to do with you. We're thinking too much into it right now, but there's a thing that can happen. It doesn't
this
need
is
to be
nothing.
do with
Yeah,
us.
undoubtedly nothing to do.
It's
with
an
me.
idea that can happen. You know what I mean?
Undoubtedly
That's what I'm
not.
saying.
Of course, like any idea can happen. You know.
All right, there we go.
Yeah,
like
like-
this one. What the fuck?
Yeah. Next question. How you doing, Maisie?
What's up?
Yeah, pretty good.
Good, I'm glad. This is looking cool.
Thank you. But it wasn't me who did it. It was definitely Louis. and
I like you
Matthew.
saying thank you.
Yeah, I just take credit for all
Nothing about us
things. You
is
know,
cool
like
right now, like.
anything that happens in these 4 walls, obviously I take credit for. You know, regardless of whether I did anything or not. Like,
Even the restaurant.
no,
Apparently not.
the restaurant is the
I never
worst
said
idea
that was
ever.
within
man.
these 4 walls at all. It's a different thing. I don't know how we even got onto
You
it.
and Gil set up. You and Gil. Okay,
We're going
you
for
can
a walk, we're
you
like,
can
this would be a
split.
sick
Like you
idea.
guys split. Okay, you guys just like start this business. Dunno
Yeah.
restaurants. I'll keep doing this thing, and I just wish you guys best of luck. You know.
Peace.
And the first podcast was the final podcast. And they split
was
up
our-
over
It's
the
all
It
restaurant.
managed to
over.
be our breakup. You know. It's just like
That'd be such a good clickbaity title. We break up? Question mark.
That's all she
Emotional.
wrote. Done.
yeah. It always baffles me that clickbaity titles like work so well, but they obviously do.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what they
dude,
do.
by the way, you're chopping that shit up. I don't know what's going on with that whole thing, but
That'll be
there was a
that'll
bit
be
of usable
fantastic.
shit there for sure. But,
Yeah.
but my idea was a little bit off the handle, wasn't it? But what about your idea?
My idea.
Next
business.
level of this.
All right, we're just gonna start banging out ideas, are we?
Let's go.
I did it. You did.
All right, cool. A school for kids that can't read that good, but I want to read good. I don't know. Next idea.
I think that one's taken.
Yeah.
I think that's just
Um,
called school, isn't it?
Yeah.
A school
That's
for
from a
kids,
movie, though,
A school for
isn't it?
kids who can't read that good, but want to
Yeah,
learn to read.
privatized NHS.
We could do that.
Yeah, cut that maybe.
I'll just
1, 2, 2, 1 on the mic, one side. So high, so ho.
Yeah. So then, yeah. Apart from that, turn the phone over. I don't know. So I suppose what are we doing this evening? What are we doing this evening? Nice way to round this off.
Tell me. Apparently, you know what's up.
Yeah, go for some food. Definitely like go
What we eating?
maybe go Chinatown. Maybe go somewhere around here. Yeah. Any allergies? Really?
penicillin. Go on to
What happens with a penicillin allergy? Do you get like a swollen throat?
So when you are allergic to penicillin, I found out because I was attacked by a large dog. and
Okay.
I had wounds on the right hand side of my body.
How many wounds?
It was
like
some
roughly.
kind of. It was some kind of big dog.
Okay.
Oh,
Were you
I-
a little person at the time, or were
I
you
was about
regular
8,
sized?
So I was littler than an 8-year-old usually was. Though.
Okay.
And I had wounds, open wounds on the right hand side of my body. They became infected, so I needed antibiotics.
What was the dog, by the way?
You know, have you seen the film Lassie?
No.
Is it?
I know there's a film called Lassie though.
It's a Lassie dog. I don't know. I don't. That
So it's kind of meant to be a cute dog.
No. It's quite a big thing,
Oh.
shaped like that.
Yeah.
And
Big
my
dog,
wounds
little
became
person, little for 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I touched its nose. It killed me. I became
Are
infected.
you dead?
They gave me antibiotics for the first time in my life. I rejected it. My throat
You became one of the
I
characters
went
from Shark Tale.
I became John Cena. I was like,
Nice.
No, that's fine.
but yeah, when you're allergic to penicillin, you reject it and swell up.
Nice.
So as long as we're not going anywhere with penicillin.
Yeah, well, like the no restaurants might have penicillin on the menu if you ask for
Well,
it.
if you're privatising the NHS,
Yeah,
you have a large
yeah.
supply.
It's gonna happen, man.
It's the
Look,
worst
there's, like,
idea ever.
30 bowls of pasta on our t-shirts.
Yeah, it's Pasta Club,
Like,
which came
it's
from
meant to
which came from
happen.
Barbaruno on Wardour Street. That is a 30
Shouts
years
out.
plus like institution of Soho that's been slinging out beautiful
That
sandwiches.
little, Italian.
Yeah, it's by
cafe.
Supreme.
Oh, fuck, we haven't been there.
Barbarino.
Talking about, there's another.
I gave you
fantastic-
Pasta Club pages,
Go.
didn't I?
Pardon?
Did I not? No.
No.
Oh, there you go. Made myself look like a dick, didn't I?
So
I'm really hungry, and like I don't get like
Did you say
hangry. I get like proper emotional. Like I just like get
Did
sad.
you say emotional?
Yeah.
Right, that's a good time to end this podcast. If
Yes,
you've
sir.
got any sign off that you want to give, some kitschy line, let us know.
Thank you to the people who spent money in the shop.
yeah, I agree with that. And
fuck
keep
everyone
on
else, you
spending
know,
money
like-
on the shop. Yeah.
That'll be the tagline.
Nothing to do with that. But yeah.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Shit, let me stand a shot. Everyone, thank you so much for watching on YouTube. That will TikTok. That will definitely feature
An
swearing.
even shorter version on Instagram as pictures.
As
It's a picture.
As pictures. We'll have frames on Instagram for pictures. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next time, and look after yourself.
Peace out, town.
Not slick. Yeah. Can you say this in the mic? Honestly, if we're talking about Dennis Graham, this should be recorded, you know?
Fucking just sit down for 2 more minutes.
Sit down and talk about Dennis Graham.
Dennis Graham's brother, Larry Graham.
Yeah.
You know the technique, the funk technique on the bass, slap bass.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
slapping. Larry Graham pretty much invented that. So Drake's uncle,
How does someone invent something that you just do to a bass guitar?
but because before they'd just play like that. Like, you know, I've got a bass. I play bass.
I played
You
bass
play-
in a band with
You-
Gabriel Day-Lewis, Daniel Day-Lewis' son. That's my claim to
Oh,
fame.
right. You
yeah.
bassist.
Yeah, I did. What's the story, bro? How you doing? Doesn't this look mad professional? Yeah. We just finished. Yeah. We're just chatting about Dennis Graham and Drake's dad. Yeah. Should I come say hi? All right, cool. We're done anyway.
Thank you, Larry Graham.
Thank you, Larry Graham, for slapping the bass.
That's it. Fantastic. That's it, guys. Cut. We're done. Fantastic.
No,